asshole.
So, let me break this down. I'm not particularly excited for this video. Okay, maybe I am. I'm playing Mitch Stewart in a match. I've trained with him. I know what to expect. The issue is I know it's gonna be extremely physical. But I mean, like, look, Mitch, resume, here, bam. He was top 60 ITA, beat a couple people who were top 60. And if you check out his UTR right now, here's the thing. UTR only tracks the last 2 years, right? He sits between a 12 and 13 for the most part, but he graduated in 2018. So if this is him out of college, out of just his full competition, his final form, like we're looking at a guy who's between a 13 and 14. Between you and me, he did tell me he used to be a 14. So his out of shape form is higher than my peak ever, because I peaked in college. It was around like 11.5, 11.6. It's gonna be fun, I think. I don't know. I know I have to mentally tough it out because it's gonna be a grind no matter what. I actually think I played pretty darn well, all things considered. I mean, just check out some of these highlights real quick. I think a lot of it did truthfully come down to physicality and just honestly my overall condition. But I also knew I was going to go out and have fun and I was going to play my game. Now, I do want to say a big thank you to everybody who came. As you guys will hear, I did have quite a crowd behind me. Definitely helped me to push through when I was feeling like way out of it. Thank you all to everyone who came and watched and supported. It really meant a lot. And as always, if you guys enjoy this type of content and you're enjoying my content and my channel, like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to be able to do more of this in the future. Finally, let's get to the video. The moment you guys have all been waiting for. I want to address a few things first. So the camera's obviously put in this angle because the space between the baseline and the curtains is actually not that big for my tripod. And so we agreed to have it off to the side just in case any of us did actually push each other off. We were both really focused for this match. Obviously, from my side, I wanted to prove that I could hang as best I could. But as you can see, I get off to a fantastic start. You know, honestly, I'm feeling really loose. I'm not nervous at all, which I don't know if is a good or bad thing. I'm striking the ball well. I'm moving well, I'm feeling well, my intensity feels good, and I even get up to a really quick 1-love, 40-love lead, which, trust me, surprised everyone. Even as I'm commentating this, that's where the issue is, right? I was surprised, and that led to a couple of extra unforced errors. That led to me trying to force the point just so I could get up 2-love. Mentally, if I could get up 2-love, that's massive for me. I have so much room to play with. The dynamic of the match completely changes into my favor. Mitch is going to have to make more and more difficult adjustments, but I choked. I genuinely think I played well, and I think you guys back home, if you guys have been following me for a while, I think even you guys would be surprised. Like I said, behind the scenes, I've been putting in a ton of work. I've been learning a lot from Mitch. I've been figuring out a lot of things about my swings and just my overall footwork. I know as you guys are watching this, it's just like the points, but after every long point, you can imagine how gassed I was. And I'm trying to keep myself up. I'm trying to maintain a steady breath and play each point as fresh as I can. I'm taking the entire time between changeovers. I'm trying to make sure that I'm as rested because I know Mitch is going to play this long haul game where he just runs me off side to side and we're going to do the same thing with each other. Which leads me to the next problem. Mitch and I pretty much have the same game, same play style, except he's just like 4 times better than me at it. You know, we're both scrambling for every possible shot. It's just that, you know, like I said, Mitch is more in shape. He's just a physical beast. This guy can run a 4.12 mile. Isn't that crazy? 4.12? Is that even real? To my point, you will definitely notice that I'm in the points and then somewhere at the end, there's like a shot that just falls apart. My footwork falls apart, my shot selection falls apart, my legs give in, and I cannot produce the same quality ball that I was at the beginning of the point, which is frustrating. Obviously, looking back at it, I think that I just had to try to be a lot more aggressive. I had to be the one to change my playstyle and just keep going for first shots. That way Mitch couldn't have an opportunity to just run me around. But like I said, I think a big part of it is when my physicality starts to fall apart. It's hard to maintain that level and that same dynamic. But I'm going to let you guys watch through the rest of the set. And as always, if you guys have any tips, trust me, I know all of you guys aren't all internet trolls. I will read the tips. I always welcome them here. Yeah, so can someone tell me what I was actually supposed to do in that first set? Look, in my mind, I am trying to do my best to stretch him. I know I'm not trying to tire him out because that just won't happen. I'm just trying to open up the court so that he can't redirect the ball as well on me. One of the things Mitch does the best is just his ability to step into the court, hold his ground, and just change direction. It's crazy because he just hits his spots every single time. At least that's how I feel. And it's frustrating because once again, I can never get my feet set. Even if I go cross and then he takes the line early, I'm still on the move. And I know people would normally say, yeah, like going line isn't that good, but when you're as quick as him and you're hitting your spots as well as him, it's great. Because the person on the other side, in this scenario, me, I don't know where he's going. I just have to be prepared to move at all times. And as I'm editing this video and watching it back, I would say one of the biggest takeaways is trying to be a little bit more brave for myself. As you guys saw, I started the second set off super strong, got a couple of big forehands, came to net, got the overhead. It was great, set up the point in my favor, and it worked out. And then for some reason, I kind of go back into this hole where I just try to go toe-to-toe with them, when in reality, I think I should just be going for that bigger ball. But then again, that kind of blends into that line of, am I going to rush it or am I going to actually construct it, right? Because in the first set, when I rushed it when I was up 40-love, that's when I made a bunch of unforced errors. If any of you guys have tips on that or like mental training exercises to do, that would be great, because I would definitely like to know how to hang with someone at this level and this caliber of play. But I'm sure, as many of you could imagine, I go down an early break and now I'm put into this position where I have to claw my way back. And the hardest part about this is that, I'm able to get points, but I'm not able to string them together against Mitch. And that's where it ends up biting me in the butt. Like I said, I think after watching this back, there's so many different critiques that I have for myself, but truthfully, I don't know which one I need to tackle first. Honestly, this match just left me very, very confused because, not in a weird way, I didn't really feel like I was out of the match playing-wise, but obviously the scoreline says a lot different. And maybe the only solution to this is actually getting myself out there and continuously competing at this level so that I can continue to see that higher level, continue to see that higher quality ball, continue to see different play styles and how I'm going to actually adjust to them, and also put myself out there to have to adjust and fix things on my own. You asshole. Here we are at the end of the match. Look, you guys can pretty much predict what's going to happen. There is no way, unfortunately, sorry for the spoiler. I know you guys were hoping for it, but there's no way I'm making a comeback. Physically, at this point, my legs are literally shaking. I'm trying to give it my all every point. I don't have that level in me. Like, look, just being very blunt, okay? I was confident in the way I played. Like I said, I think the quality of the points were good. Watching it back, there were definitely a lot of moments where I could have played a little bit out of the center. And I also could have played a little bit deeper. I probably should have also sliced it a little bit more just to change it up and bring Mitch up to net. But, you know, hindsight 2020, right? At the very least, overall, I had a ton of fun. And so, if you guys made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Once again, tips are always welcome. Or if you want to share this with a coach that you know, once again, I'm very happy to receive all feedback. Unless you're just going to troll and talk. If you enjoyed this content, if you enjoyed this type of video, just watching me get destroyed, like, comment, subscribe, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of that. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Also, this guy literally finished the match with 8 unforced errors. 8 unforced errors. What the actual...